So since my first post about addiction, I've had a feeling that I would be doing a disgrace to the recovery community if I did not share something that saved my life. I had only told one person in the entire world that I did this. Is it a pride thing? My ego getting in the way? Me saying I couldn't do it alone? I needed help? Whatever. I want anybody out there that is struggling with opioid addiction to know that there really is a way to quit and be done with it and not detox and not have to go through that hell that I put myself through by cold turkeying it over and over and over again and going weeks, if not months, of living in hell. And I'm going to explain why that was. I've done a lot of studying over the last year about, I was taking Wellbutrin for depression. What Wellbutrin does is it gives you a good dose of dopamine. And whenever a person, so your serotonin and dopamine coming from your brain, when you're on opioids and you're abusing drugs, you're just overloading. Your body is just flooding you with all this stuff. Now, whenever I would be on opiates, I had this thing where I'm like, okay, as long as I take my antidepressant medication, well, I'll be okay. Well, that's not what the doctor prescribed me, first off. So I cold turkey off of opiates, and I decide, okay, well, I'm going to keep taking my Wellbutrin. What is Wellbutrin doing to me? Wellbutrin is flooding my brain, flooding my body with dopamine. And there are a huge list of warnings when it comes to Wellbutrin. Mania, hypertension, hypermania, psychosis, hypersensitivity, suicidal thoughts, agitation, insomnia, constipation, excessive sweating, hostility, impotence, sedation, anxiety, confusion, delusions, auditory hallucinations, and heart attack. Risk of seizures. I experienced most of these, except I might have had a heart attack, but I experienced almost all of those side effects of Wellbutrin. If you are wanting to quit opiates, work with a doctor to get off of Wellbutrin or any other type of antidepressant medication. I'm not here to preach against prescription medication, because I believe that there are a lot of people in this world that need it because of the damage that has been done to the brain or just the way that their brain is made up. That is not my purpose. But if you want to get off of opioids, work with your doctor to get off of antidepressant medication first, because there are serotonin syndrome, look it up, and dopamine toxicity, look it up. I have read so many posts from people that had complete psychotic breaks. I was strapped down to a bed in a hospital because I thought that I was so gone. My brain, I was in a completely fictional world, and I was stuck there. I had been clean for 2 weeks, but every morning I would wake up and I would take my Wellbutrin. Every morning I'd wake up and take my Wellbutrin. And the number one thing that will cause these side effects, which is all you're going to find today in today's world, is fentanyl. Fentanyl is found to be the number one thing that causes these side effects. The hope and the miracle out there, the thing that I did that has saved my life, I don't crave, I don't obsess. I have no desire to use. I have no, it's gone. I am so free of it. And it's not about making anybody believe me. It is an absolute miracle. And people say, oh, well, you've had these miracles before. You've gotten clean before. Something that I did is I got a shot. And this shot, this was last year. I want to say how this happened, because this is a God thing, and it is not a coincidence. There was a guy that, thank you, I owe you my life. I already told you I was going to do this. I came across him in a gas station, just randomly, and we spoke for a minute, and it might have been the next day I randomly ran across him in the grocery store. Hadn't seen the guy in years. He told me that he had taken something called Sublocade, and that he had been clean for years, that he no longer is hooked on Suboxone or Subutex or opiates. There are so many people that are hooked on these anti-opioids, these things that are keeping people from going out on the street and using, but there's just as many of these people that are in rehabs trying to get off of these drugs that are getting people off of drugs, and they are harder to get off than the actual drugs. People that are coming off of these anti-opioids, Suboxone, Subutex, they go through withdrawals for like the first month, and it is miserable to watch. What Sublocade did, I know how it works. It's very painful. They inject this thing, this ball into your side. I don't know how many of y'all out there know about it. Look it up. If you struggle with opioid addiction and depression, first off, work with a doctor to get off of your antidepressant medication, and just accept the fact that coming off of drugs, you're going to deal with depression. It's part of it. I mean, find a support group. It worked for me. Do the things that we're taught to do. If you really, really want to beat opioids, Sublocade is a miracle drug. I truly believe that it is being given in a way for doctors to make a lot of money. The pharmaceutical, I don't even have to go there. I believe that pharmaceutical drugs are important for many things. I also believe that the human population is taken advantage of by them a lot. I only took one shot. The guy that introduced me to it, he only took one shot. And I've talked to and read many posts of people that only took one shot. They recommend 6 months to a year. You go back, $2,500 a shot. And I never experienced any withdrawals. I never experienced any cravings. I never experienced any desire to go back. It's gone. That whole part of my life it's just gone. And Sublocade, I've really felt like if I didn't come out and say that I did get help, that I'd be doing the recovery community a complete disservice. There is help. I know so many people that want to quit using Suboxone and Subutex, and they don't know how to get away from it because it is so addictive, just like opiates. And I know that there are so many people that want to quit using opiates. If you really want to beat it, If you're at the point in your life where you have been beat up so bad that your entire life is surrounded by how do I get my next fix? How do I make it through the day? And the only thing that matters is getting high, and you're miserable and you're killing yourself and you know it, and you are in a place where you feel completely hopeless. There is hope. Look into it, study it, and if you really want to quit, find a doctor. They're going to try and make you do 3, 6, 12 shots or whatever. I truly believe that all a person needs that really wants to beat this addiction is one shot. I know I'm not a doctor. All I can say is what's worked for me. I can say what's worked for a number of people that I've talked to, and I can say what's worked for a lot of people online. Go read posts, go read about it, but it works. It really does work. It leaves your system so slowly that you wake up one day, and this takes me back to our topic of structure, of routine. People that are addicted to Suboxone or Subutex or opiates, whatever drug, it's that routine of waking up and taking, of waking up and using, of taking that whatever. But you get this shot and you don't do anything. You don't have to think about taking anything. You don't have to think about, you're not stuck in that same routine anymore. It's over. And you have however long, I mean, it's been gone out of me forever. I mean, this stuff it is something that I believe God has given the opiate addicted world an opportunity to be free 100%. It has worked for me. It has worked for many people. And I don't think it's getting enough attention because there's so much money being made to keep people on Suboxone or whatever. But I do know there are a lot of miserable people out there that just want to stop taking Suboxone because they feel disconnected to their higher power that I call Heavenly Father. They feel disconnected. You know, I've talked to many of them. I went to a convention. It was last summer in Mississippi, and everybody got up and they're sharing their clean time, and they did the countdown all the way to one day, and I didn't really feel like I wanted to be involved in it. I think I was like, a month in or something. But afterwards, a number of people came up to me and they were like, it's okay. I take Suboxone. It gets me through. But that's great. If that works for you and you're at peace with it, do it. Because it's keeping you off the streets. It's keeping you alive. It's keeping you away from fentanyl. If it's working for you and you are at peace and you feel connected, all my blessings. I mean, all I want is for this world to recover from the plague of drug addiction. I hate it. I take that back. I feel so bad for people that are still stuck in that miserable place. But there is hope. And I found it in Sublocade. I hope that I can touch just one person out there, and that somebody can find this drug, and that it can change your life and maybe save your life, because it saved mine. This wasn't happening tonight, but I am so grateful that the person whose life was saved wasn't didn't have that shame or guilt that they needed help, that they needed something more to get over this stuff. I'm okay with that. I couldn't do it on my own, and I still can't do it on my own. I still need people. We need each other, not just addicts. We all need each other. And if we're going to heal as a world, and if we're going to enter into this period of life that we're in, where this world is today, it's such a beautiful, beautiful time that we live in. And the more people that beat drugs and overcome their addictions and overcome the things that burden them down and open up and share about it, we can all help each other. We don't have to keep it to ourselves. We don't have to carry these burdens anymore, these bags of just pain. Give it away. Share it. We don't have to burden each other, but we can definitely be there for each other. It's not about being a burden on somebody. It's about being support. It's about helping each other out. Today I do have a reservoir. I have enough within me where I can sit and actually listen and be a part of somebody else's healing. And I am so grateful for the people that have been a part of my healing, and I am forever grateful for you for introducing Sublocade to me, because I was gonna die. I died twice. I had to be shot by whatever that stuff is that they give you to bring me back to life. And I don't know if I've told anybody that. You don't have to fight. You don't have to punish yourself. You don't have to go cold turkey. You don't have to go through all that. Be nice to yourself. You're an addict. I'm an addict. We don't have to beat ourselves up anymore. Just be nice to yourself. Take the easy way out. I mean, how many times have I cold turkeyed it and shivered and diarrhea and just had all the sweating and all the just horrible side effects? I quit Wellbutrin a couple months ago, and I shouldn't have done it the way I did it, because once again, here comes the addict. I went cold turkey off of Wellbutrin. Bad idea. I should have gone to my doctor and weaned myself off of it, but it's been a few months that I've been off of it, and I am happier today than I've ever been because I am letting go. And this tonight is one thing that I held back, that I want the world to know, the world of addicts. If you feel hopeless, I was a hopeless addict. I accepted that I was going to die an addict. I accepted my fate. I was okay with it. I was told people like us don't get better. People like us don't recover. We die this way. So just get over it and just do it. I was okay with that. I accepted my fate. But you don't have to. There is hope. There is hope. And you don't have to hurt. Just go get it. If you really want to quit, I know I've probably said this 10 times now, but it is so important. If you want to stop taking opiates, if you want to stop taking anti-opioids, go read about it. Go talk to a doctor. I'm not a doctor. Seek advice. Seek professional help. Sublocade is a miracle drug for me, and it saved my life. And I am so grateful for the person that shared it with me. thank you. And like I told you earlier, if I didn't do this, if I didn't share what saved me, I'd be doing you a disservice, and I'd be doing the rest of the people out there that are suffering still a disservice. And all I want to do is help the next addict. All I want to do is help the next person that's suffering, no matter what it is you're suffering with. It's all of our struggles are so similar. I saw somebody today, I'm going long-winded, but I saw somebody yesterday in Office Depot. He was obviously a handicapped man, mentally challenged or whatever, on his bike, had his helmet, he was finishing work and leaving. And I thought to myself, look at him, he's smiling and he's happy. And that, how can I have been so blessed that I can still stand here and my brain still works. I'm healthy. I'm mentally stable. How grateful I am. And how grateful I am for that guy that walked by me yesterday with a smile on his face. And I was able to look at him and just think, that guy, everybody struggles with something. Everybody does. All I want to do is be somebody that brings a smile to somebody else's face. I really do. And I'm so happy that me and Kelly are doing this. I just wanted to do this tonight, and thank you for all the feedback that I've been getting. But this is the number one thing that saved my life, and I want as many people out there to know. Share it, please. If you know somebody that struggles with opiates, that really wants to quit, that's at rock bottom, that you've done everything you could for with codependent behavior or whatever. If somebody out there, you've been trying to help them for years, Sublocade. I think it's Sublocade. Introduce it. Take them to a doctor, get professional advice, seek professional advice. All I am is a drug addict in recovery, but I know that it works. I was there was no hope for me to recover. I had accepted my fate, but Sublocade saved my life. Sublocade gave me the opportunity to live, and for me to become a healthy person. To say that it saved my life every single day, living in gratitude and doing the things that I have to do to stay healthy, is what's saving my life. But Sublocade gave me the chance. It gave me the time frame. It gave me that separation from using to create new routines, to create structure, to find healthy habits, to find my old passions, to find the things that I love and to embrace them. And it gave me enough time to actually get back into them and not be sick and feel down. Just go talk to a doctor and see if it's for you. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Kelly, for being here for me tonight. And Sublocade is what helped me get on my journey of recovery, and I am forever grateful. I've said it 5, 6, 7, 8 times now, for you specifically. That was not a coincidence. That was a God thing. We saw each other twice, and I ran them down the third time to say, who's the doctor? Where is it? I love y'all. I love recovery. And if there's anything that I can do for anybody out there that's suffering, I am more than happy. Direct message me, call me, whatever. If you need somebody to talk to, I want to be a part of recovery for other people, because there are so many people that have done so much for me to help me recover. Thank you.